Today, we're taking you on a journey through the fascinating and complete history of a coin that's more than just a penny. It represents American resilience, wartime economy, and cultural strength. Make sure to watch till the end, because you might just have one of these coins sitting in your collection, and it could be worth thousands. We're talking about the 1945 Lincoln Wheat Penny, a coin deeply rooted in history and still a top favorite among collectors to this day. In this video, we'll explore everything in depth: the coin's origin, design, metal composition, its role during World War II, rare era varieties, and its current collector market value. So detailed, you could build an entire numismatic course just from this one. Video: the 1945 Lincoln Wheat Penny. This is a coin that bridges the turmoil of global war with the resilience of the American people. In this video, we will break down its creation, minting history, wartime economy, design, metallurgy, cultural symbolism, era varieties, and the collector market in such depth that you could build an entire numismatic course around it. The 1945 Lincoln Wheat Penny is part of a legendary coin lineage in the United States, first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the centennial birth of President Abraham Lincoln, who led the country through the Civil War and ultimately paid the ultimate price for unity and emancipation. Victor David Brenner, an immigrant artist and engraver, designed the original portrait, which was the first time a real American person appeared on circulating U.S. coinage. His design on the obverse captures a thoughtful profile of Lincoln facing right, accompanied by the inscriptions, "In God we trust," above, "Liberty" to the left, and the year 1945 to the right. The reverse of the coin features the famous wheat ears on both sides, which represent agricultural prosperity and national stability during a time when the U.S. was emerging from the Great Depression and now standing at the conclusion of the Second World War. The inscription 1 cent appears prominently in the center above, United States of America, while the Latin motto E pluribus, unum, meaning out of many one, appears along the top. This reverse was designed to emphasize national unity and the foundational roots of American success. The 1945 Wheat Penny came out during the final year of World War II, with minting operations at 3 locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The Philadelphia Mint produced the largest number with over 1 billion coins, followed by the Denver Mint marked with a small d below the date and the San Francisco Mint marked with an S. The combined mintage exceeded 1.5 billion coins, which was a record-setting number at that time, and this high output was necessary to support the U.S. economy under wartime mobilization and post-war recovery. The 1945 penny was minted in a copper alloy, composed of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc. This metal composition returned in 1944 after the 1-year change in 1943, when pennies were made from zinc-coated steel due to copper being redirected for military use. That steel penny proved problematic due to rust and confusion with silver coins, so in 1944 the U.S. Mint resumed using salvaged shell casings from military ammunition to produce bronze pennies. These 1945 pennies carry that legacy of war-to-peace transition, as they were literally minted from materials repurposed from the battlefield to the marketplace. These coins were struck using high-pressure coinage presses that maintained the quality needed to produce more than 1 billion units. However, because of such volume and wartime, urgency, quality control sometimes led to striking errors or die cracks. This led to the emergence of several interesting varieties, including double die clashes, off-center strikes, repunched, mint marks, and lamination errors. These error coins now hold special value to collectors and are actively sought in coin shows and auctions. For many Americans, the 1945 penny was a pocket-sized reminder of the war just ended, the peace just beginning, and the sacrifices made as returning soldiers resumed civilian life and the baby boomer generation began. These pennies circulated in candy stores, gas stations, schoolyards, and banks. They were passed through the hands of factory workers, farmers, teachers, and children alike, linking every social class in the shared economic fabric of post-war America. Collectors now analyze these coins using magnification, looking for full wheat lines on the reverse, clear rim edges, original luster, and signs of uncirculated quality. Coins graded mint state by third-party agencies like PCGS and NGC, are given numerical values ranging from MS60 to MS70, with higher grades commanding premium prices, especially when struck. With bold details and possessing natural red coloration from unoxidized copper, coins that retain their full red mint luster are often more valuable than brown or red-brown versions which have oxidized due to environmental exposure. Some 1945 pennies were struck with very minor die variations that have become known varieties. These include the 1945 SS/D, mint mark repunching, and some 1945D pennies with mild doubling visible on the date or lettering. These subtle variations can significantly increase the coin's value depending on condition and rarity. Era coins with retained die breaks or die chips can be worth tens or even hundreds of dollars, depending on eye appeal and buyer demand. In modern times, this coin holds both sentimental and numismatic value. It is a reminder of President Lincoln's legacy and the post-World War II American experience. Many people who were children during the 1940s recall saving their first pennies in jars and war bond booklets. These coins became part of American folklore, traded by collectors young and old and used in educational settings to teach history, economics, and patriotism. The 1945 Lincoln wheat penny is also popular globally, especially among foreign collectors who admire the resilience and influence of the American coinage system. The coin's historical association with World War II, combined with the universal image of Lincoln, makes it a truly international collectible. Dealers around the world often included in World War II coin sets along with coins from Britain, Germany, Japan, and the Soviet Union. In terms of investment value, the 1945 penny is considered a strong entry-level coin for beginners due to its wide availability and historical importance. While average circulated examples are usually worth a few cents, the real value emerges in high-grade, mint-state specimens or in coins with notable errors or rich red coloring. Investors also collect complete date and mint sets of Lincoln wheat pennies which span from 1909 to 1958 and include several key dates like the 1909 S, VDB, the 1914 D, and the 1931 S. The 1945 penny is a staple within that collection and serves as a cornerstone of the mid-century era. In conclusion, the 1945 Lincoln wheat penny is not just a 1-cent piece, it is a piece of American history captured in metal. It tells the story of a nation at war and at peace, of an economy under pressure and rebounding, of a president whose ideals continue to shape American identity, and of generations who handled these coins every day unaware they were holding something that would be remembered and studied decades later. This coin is proof that even the smallest objects can hold the greatest stories and serve as powerful symbols of resilience, unity, and legacy.